everyone, welcome back to our video series, Legalese Translator. My name is Heather Hui-Litwin, and joining me here is Heather Douglas. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
So in this video, we're going to talk about the word irregularity. And now here on the screen, I pulled up from the Rules of Civil Procedure the definition of irregularity, which in effect, an irregularity is non-compliance of the rule. So we look at Rule 2.01 sub 1. It says a failure to comply with these rules is an irregularity, and it does not render a proceeding or step, document, or order in a proceeding a nullity, and so on and so on. So Heather, this first sentence, I understand the first part. Okay, failure to comply is an irregularity. Fine, I understand that. And then it goes on to say, it does not render a proceeding, blah, 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 in a nullity. And I just find that very strange. Can you explain what that sentence actually means?
The courts want litigants to have their day in court. Okay. They want the issues to be decided on their merits, okay, as opposed to one party made a mistake, like maybe they misspelt someone's name. They don't want the whole lawsuit to be thrown out, okay, because of a simple mistake. They really want people to have their issues decided at a trial or at a hearing on the issues. They don't want a little mistake to rule the day.
Ah, okay. Now, but I see that the rule does allow you to challenge your opponent if they do, I guess, commit an irregularity. I guess what I would like to say is, if your opponent did not comply with the rules, there is a mechanism that allows you to, and here I'm using legalese, attack the irregularity. So here, Rule 2.02 says a motion to attack a proceeding, step, or document or order for irregularity shall not be made except with leave of the court. And then says after the expiry of a reasonable time, after the moving party knows or ought reasonably to have known of the irregularity. So Heather, can you explain that a little bit for us here? Because I'm having difficulty with the word reasonable time. Because how would you know what is reasonable?
So let's say you see that the other side in their title of proceedings has misspelt someone's name, and you noticed it almost as soon as you got the claim. Right. And you wait 5 years till the eve of trial, right, to bring it up with the judge, and you say, oh, look, they're referring to me, but they misspelt my name. So this whole lawsuit needs to be thrown out because okay, there's this one little mistake. The court's probably going to say, well, one, you waited 5 years to tell me, and two, why should I let this mistake determine the final outcome of this case?
So I guess the better thing to do is, like, if you do want to attack an irregularity, you should do it as soon as possible.
Yes, if you wait on it for a long time, right, the court is going to they're going to look at you, right, as not coming with clean hands. They're going to think, oh, there's something off here. Maybe they're doing it for some tactical advantage. Why did they wait so long?
Oh, that's very interesting. And just a last question. I noticed here that Rule 2.03, it says that the court may, and it says only where necessary, and as necessary in the interest of justice, dispense with compliance with any rule at any time. Now, when I read this, I just feel very surprised, because, like, on the one hand, as I said, I take the rules really seriously, and then I read this, and it just seems like, what does it mean that the court can just waive or not care about any compliance with any rule? It just to me, it sounds like you're giving the court like a whole ton of discretion. Am I reading it right?
You are reading it right. So the courts have the judges have lots of room about what they want to do. They don't want to constrain them unnecessarily, because sometimes there might be a situation that wasn't anticipated, and they still need to have the ability to make the right, fair, just decision. And this allows them to, maybe it's not like the strictly correct thing to do, but it fits with the spirit of the law, and so the judge might make that decision. So this is in there to allow judges to apply the law fairly and justly.
Right, so sort of apply it according to the circumstances.
Exactly, and not to, as they say, like tie one arm around their back.
Yeah, that is really interesting. So, well, thank you for clearing up, because I always, I think I read the rules very much in sort of a very rigid way, but I think that actually the more I learn about our common law system, the more I really admire it, because it seems like this way it allows a judge to really adjudicate and decide really based on the case, based on the situation before them.
Exactly, and judges, they have a duty to follow the law and to look at how other cases have been decided, and to make sure there's consistency, but they still need the flexibility to interpret the rules so they can ultimately decide in a way that is just.
Well, thank you so much, Heather, for letting us, for clearing that up for us. And I definitely needed some clearing up. And thank you everyone for watching. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and we hope to see you at our next video. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, thanks.